this tutorial, I explain VLOOKUP, index match, and XLOOKUP functions. VLOOKUP stands for vertical lookup. It is used to search for a value in the first column of a table and return related information from another table. Imagine this example where we have the employee ID, the name, and the department. If you want to find the department for employee ID 102, then you'll use VLOOKUP 102, this ID, then the table, this is the table, from A2 to C4, then the column index, which is column 3, which is department, this one here, and will return finance. Here what happens, Excel searches for 102, then looks in the first column of the table, this column, returns the value from column 3, returns this value from column 3, and the result is finance. Advantages of VLOOKUP: easier to learn, great for beginners, useful for simple lookups. Limitations of VLOOKUP: can only search from left to right. It breaks when columns are inserted or deleted. It's less flexible with large datasets. So what is XLOOKUP? XLOOKUP is the modern replacement for VLOOKUP. It is faster, more flexible, easier to understand. Example, looking up for ID, employee ID 102, then the table name, the table array, this is the table array, A2 to C4, and then the department, the column index that we're looking for, which is C2 to C4. What happens with XLOOKUP? It searches for 102, looks only in the employee ID column, returns the matching value for the department column, and the result is finance. Why XLOOKUP is better? Unlike VLOOKUP, XLOOKUP can search in any direction. XLOOKUP is also better at error handling. What is index match? Index match combines two functions. The index returns the value from a position, and the match finds the position of a value. Index match will look at the return array, which is the department, then it will match employee ID, which is A2 to A4. Index match will look at the return array, this is the return array, then it will match with the lookup value, this is the lookup value which we need, 102, then the lookup array, this is the lookup array, and it will return finance. What happens with index match? Match finds the position of O2, this O2. It can look up left or right, works well with large datasets, and preferred by many advanced Excel users. Here is a quick comparison between VLOOKUP, XLOOKUP, and index match with the different features. I have this Excel template with two datasets. This is the products table and this is the sales table. So before I proceed, I need to create tables to name these datasets and name them as tables. So to name them as tables, I'll press Ctrl T on the keyboard, then I allow headers, because my table has headers, then I say OK. Then I come and name it here as sales. Naming the tables, giving the tables names will assist in downstream analysis, referring to the tables for downstream and simplified analysis. So I'll come and press Ctrl T on the keyboard and name this one the products table. Products. So since I want to use index match, VLOOKUP, and XLOOKUP, so first what we're going to do is we are going to extract cost per unit, then we will extract the customer name. So what we're going to do, I'll come on this sales table and write cost per unit. So I want to extract cost per unit from the products table into the sales table. I'll write index match. Then to last, the array. I'll have to identify the array. That is, one thing to note before I go too far is that this product table has a unique identifier. The unique identifier are the products. And so this one becomes the primary key. And this primary key is in here, the sales table, as a foreign key. Okay, it's a foreign key. So this unique key will uniquely identify the products in the sales table as a foreign key. The same applies to the customer name. I'll also extract the customer name, that wherever there's a milk bar, wherever there's milk bar in the sales table, the customer name will be Annette. Okay, so let me extract the cost per unit. So I'll write index, then the array, that is from products table, products, then the cost per unit, the value I want to extract. Then I will match with the foreign key, which is in the products. Then I will match it with products table, and then the primary key of the products table, which is products. Then I set exact match for it to match exactly the values. I close the braces 2 times, then OK, then I get the value. I want to extract cost per unit now using VLOOKUP. Cost per unit, using VLOOKUP. To do that, I'll write VLOOKUP, lookup value, this is the product, the table array, which is in the products table, then the value that I want from the products table. I want 1, 2, it is cost per unit is within the table, column 2. Then I choose false, exact match, to match for me the exact value. Then I close the parentheses. It gives me the same values. So I want to do the same, extract the same value, but now using XLOOKUP. Cost per unit using XLOOKUP. To use XLOOKUP, I write XLOOKUP, then the lookup value, then the products table, lookup products, then return array from products table, return cost per unit. That's our formula. So that's our formula. Then press enter. See, it gives me the same values. Like when I use index match, VLOOKUP, and XLOOKUP. So I want to do the same, but returning values for the customer name using index match, XLOOKUP, and VLOOKUP. Customer name. So I want to return the customer name using index match. I'll write index, the value that I want to return, that is from products table, return customer name, then match, lookup value, then products, products table, and then product. So that's the formula. Then exact match. Close the parentheses. There we go. So I've extracted the names. You can see. So where there is 70% dark bytes, you'll extract the name. For the name, the customer name 70%, this one, to extract the name and place it here. Let's do the same using VLOOKUP. Array equals in VLOOKUP. Lookup value is this products table, products table. Then from the products table, I want to return customer name, exact match, so it returns cost per unit. I need the customer name, which is 3. I change it here to 3, so it returns for me. The reason why I put 3 is because from the products table we have column 1 which is product, column 2 which is cost per unit, and column 3 which is customer name. For it to return customer name in the formula, I had to place 3 in the formula. So let's do the same for XLOOKUP. We write XLOOKUP, lookup value, which is the product gen. Lookup array will be the products. Products table. Then products. Then return array is from products. Return customer name. There we have it. So that's how you use XLOOKUP, VLOOKUP, and index match.